Today in the Smuggler's Room, we're gonna scale down our building process and add a little holiday cheer while we do it. That's coming up. What's up, you awesome geeks? I'm Brian, and welcome to the Smuggler's Room. This week, this chubby geek, we're building our own holiday special in a Star Wars galaxy. You see, we have some wonderful friends, and one family in particular, they have a collection, a Christmas Village collection, that they display every year during the holiday. And as cute as this may be, it's missing one specific, very important element to make it perfect. That is a Mos Eisley inspired Christmas Smuggler's Room shop. Yeah. So let's fix that problem today, shall we? Let's save this little under Star Wars village from a totally failed Christmas. A few ingredients to this project are some resin-printed Star Wars crates, a plastic ornament halve, and a variety of EVA foam. I had a tasty chunk of 48mm foam left from our bench build, and I thought it would be perfect as the base for this project. What I love about working with foam is the ease and all the cutting options. A sharp razor is the key, and a sharpener is a must if you want to save blades. I also like that we can use tools like the bandsaw and easily cut the material there. I really want to step up my game with this, and I think I say that every time I start to work with foam. Figuring out the scale for this project was one of the biggest challenges. You see, the Christmas Village makers are not all consistent, and often the figures are larger than the scaled shops and homes. So we based scale off of one figure we found online, and then I printed a Star Wars style doorway that we could base our build from. I'm also using super glue today on this project, and I know that contact cement is a much better choice when it comes to the larger pieces. But I simply didn't have any on hand, and I was way too lazy to actually drive to the store and pick it up. I've got a village to save here. Okay, we've used foam on a few projects here and there. A lot of times we use bits and pieces on the project. However, each time I'm shocked at the versatility of this material. I would never really have thought much about foam for this type of project in the past. I would have made it out of wood or MDF, which honestly would have taken longer and obviously been heavier. Anyway, I just thought I would share about how much I'm digging the foam, and I'm starting to really consider and use this on projects more and more. Of course, no home is complete without a juice lid for a Greebly, right? So if you've seen our third episode on how to build a Star Wars room, you will see that we use blue shop towels and Mod Podge. I figured this would be a great way to give the same type of texture to the outside of the little house. The towel has a bit of stucco look to it, and I can also create interesting elements to add depth to the exterior. It's inexpensive, non-toxic, and it cures really quickly. This also helps to seal the foam and protect against paint later. Now, no Mos Eisley house would be complete without a moisture evaporator. Whether it's the standard kind or the margarita machine making kind, either way, it's a must. Now, we could have 3D printed one, but I decided to just go through the sprinkler system aisle at my local Home Depot. They have so many bits and pieces that work perfectly together. Now, while we're giving this home a much needed coat of paint, I wanted to take a moment and give a huge thank you to all the members of the Smugglers Guild. This group of amazing geeks is what keeps the Smugglers Room going and helping us to continue to make content. You're all amazing and we're humbled by this growing community. Thank you so much, Smugglers Guild members. Now, one thing I'd wish we'd done was plan out the lighting a bit more. I would have liked to drilled all the holes and cut all the channels in for all the lighting and not risk damaging the exterior. But all in all, this worked pretty well. I just had to go slow and hope I could cover up any of my mistakes. The wiring for this is super straightforward. LEDs that are rated up to 12 volts that already have a built-in resistor, and then they'll be wired to a 12-volt power supply. Greeblies at last, my favorite part. For the most part, I just raided my model parts bin. For small-scale projects like this, all those little details work perfectly. You can add a few in several areas, and suddenly this thing starts to feel like it's from a galaxy far, far away. What is really going to sell this village is the weathering and the exterior. A bit of burnt umber, ivory black oil-based water paint, and it gives this whole piece a depth and realism. This is one of those steps I always fear, but it never ceases to amaze me how it changes the overall project. I picked up this tip from several of you after we asked how to apply sand to a model and have it stick. We just mixed up some simple Elmer's white glue and the sand and applied it to the base. My only regret here is that the sand is really yellow and it sparkles a bit too much for me. All in all, I think it works, but if I would have had another more subtle sand color, I think it would have been even better. One element I wanted for sure was a vendor stand selling Greeblies outside the shop. So I modeled this little stand in Fusion 360 and then printed it out of resin. I also utilized a strange part of the model kit. I cut the frame that holds all the individual parts and used the frame as the stand that will hold up the canopy. You can use so many model kit pieces on projects like this. By the way, there's a link in the description for Masasi's 3D models on Thingiverse. You can pick up some great parts if you give them a look. They worked perfect for us here. Krista found some orange material that we used on our Comic-Con booth, trimmed it down, and used it for the canopy. She was able to distress it a bit on the edges, and then she sewed it to the actual pipe frame. Now, if you stopped here, you'd have a really nice little Mos Eisley set piece. But if you want to Christmas this up, then you need to add a bit of festive to this model. Roof lights made from LED necklaces, maybe a wreath on the front door, and some bells with holly, and you've got yourself a little Star Wars Christmas. And there you have it, my geeked out friends. But does it work inside of a Christmas village? Can you have a smuggler's shop from Mos Eisley intermixed with all that holiday cheer? Well, let's take a look. Okay, my friends, we hope you enjoyed that and it brings you a little holiday cheer.
And we wanted to wish you a very happy holiday.
And we'll see you the next time we build something
Out of nothing.
I think that worked. If I'm in focus, you should be in focus.
Theoretically speaking, yes.
Theoretically. Okay, you ready?
Oh, yeah.
Like
there
I
we
like
go.
You.
Oh.
Okay. Hey, my friends, we hope you enjoyed that and it brings a little holiday cheer to your season. Nope. Okay, my friends, we hope you enjoyed that and it brings a little holiday cheer to your... Nope, I did it again.
Now I don't even remember what I was going to say.
Are you helping? Are you helping? Are you helping build something? Build something out of nothing? Yeah?